are stretch marks considered to be scars or not? When we think about our skin, we've got the epidermis, which is the topmost layer. It's a dermis. And then we have the dermis, which is the next layer down. And then we have the hypodermis. And that, you can think of a hypodermic needle, a needle that goes into this deepest layer. So this is the top, this is the middle, and this is the bottom, or the most distal area of the skin. So this is the surface that we see and touch, okay? Now, it's really the dermis part that we are interested in, and what it normally looks like in there is when we look at it, we just see all of these sorts of white collagenous globules, and they're like little kind of circly things, and they just all look, they're all kind of arranged like this. They might not be quite as uniform and organized as this, but it's fairly organized, yeah? If we kind of got a bit of that and looked underneath a microscope, what we'll actually see is that these little circles are made from strands, and the strands kind of go like this. And when we got lots of these strands like this, they kind of make a circly sort of shape in there, yeah. So we kind of, when you make those lovely, beautiful pin pictures with threads in school, so that is one of these. So the actual structure is made by straight lines. What happens when we actually put a bit of tension? So we pull on some of these strands. What happens? Well, this is what happens. Our lovely straight lines get pulled in all these sorts of directions, and our lovely shape becomes, I'm going to say the word distorted, okay? So instead of being a lovely circle, it becomes an oblong. And then, because it's growth, it happens usually in a set sort of plane, a set sort of amount. And what that actually looks like, it ends up looking like this. Obviously, I've made these like huge, but depending on the amount of tension, it gets pulled and distorted differently, okay? What that looks like on the skin is actually like this. And then the skin around it appears normal, okay? So it can appear darker, it can appear red, it can appear distorted, yeah? And the language that we use for that is we actually call it a stretch mark. Now, because we've used the word stretch in there, it's not accurate language for what's really going on. Now, this is according to Gil Hedley. So what's actually happening is the fascia gets distorted, I'm going to put. Okay. And what happens is it goes beyond its capacity. To recoil. So when people say, can you help a stretch mark? Can you change it? The answer is we can change the color, but that's usually with, a topical cream or something like that, or time, yeah? Can we make this return? Can we make it return to this shape? No, we can't. So when we think about a scar, that's different. A scar is actually a break in the fascia. Okay, it's a complete separation of something that was once a whole.